With Relesk's midnight buffet coming to an unexpected close, some of our adventurers are escorted up to the mayor's office in the main tower. There, they are shown the mysterious artifact that could possibly alter time. However, special sand is needed to get the artifact working again. After a bit of an uncomfortable conversation, the mayor asks them for their help. He wants them to bring down, literally, the other flying cities in Osbergen, as well as the sand, fine sand for the artifact. They've brought down one city. What would stop them from bringing down the rest, regardless of who got hurt along the way? Meanwhile, Tegan is discovered by his old mentor, Nylon.
Yeah.
Who is surprised to find out that Tegan
nylon.
Who's surprised to find out that Tegan is traveling in a group not associated with the Thieves Guild, warning him that this will only end in disaster. He tells Tegan of his guild's location, providing him an open invitation as well as an interesting opportunity. Once everyone is back at the charity house, a surprising guest is found talking with Adrian, Kazil's father, whom Kazil had caught glimpses of in the city earlier that day. And he has information for Kazil and Silvra that could change their lives forever. In the morning, the group discusses their options, chooses a side, and formulates a plan. Will they help the mysterious guest, Tegan's mentor, or take the mayor's convincing offer? Or does the answer lie in the in-between? All right. So all of you are gathered around a large but slightly marred wooden table in a sparsely decorated kitchen of the charity house. What are you guys doing this morning?
Debating.
Ready, break. Glad we got all that figured out.
Yeah.
And as you say that, you hear the soft clearing of a small child's throat, and you see emerge light brown, short, messy-haired kid dressed in a simple kimono, looking sort of sheepishly up at all of you. Clearly had been hiding underneath the table. You recognize them as Sam, who's been living at the charity house for a little while. And they kind of look at you and say, I know where you can find some sand. Do you...
Really?
Yeah.
What kind?
It used to be all over where I used to live. Do you want to go?
Where exactly did you used to live?
Oh. Let me just show you. It's so much better. But you'll be back in a few hours, and you need to return to the spot that you show up, or else you might be in trouble. And as they say that, you see this sort of turquoise and indigo colored smoke come up and around you and surround the entire group. And it sort of shimmers in like this really strange way. And you feel this almost sucking sensation on your bodies as you are pulled.
Whoa, we didn't consent to this.
As you are pulled from the spot and you see the charity house kitchen sort of disappear into view, and you are thrust into this brightly colored space on top of a stone. And you look around, and behind you there's tropical forest. It's like a very dense jungle. You see bright colors of macaws and flowers behind you. On the other side, you see a crystal clear ocean rolling upon black sand beaches. If you look down at your feet, the stone that all of you are standing upon, the blue glow in the runes sort of settles and it becomes just a stone. Here you stand on a beach. You look around. Sam is not with you.
Excuse me, Sam. Hello.
He's not here, bud.
It would appear Sam didn't make the trip.
As you look around, you see off to the northwest a beautiful white stone carved city. It's I don't know, probably 20, 25 miles down the beach. And it's just this huge tiered, it almost looks like a tiered white wedding cake. And then off to the southeast, you see maybe a few 100 feet or so, a small fishing village would be a large word for it. It's more like a hamlet.
Well, great.
Has it planned for today, but
Has anyone been here before?
doesn't look familiar to me.
I mean, this is about as nondescript a place as you come to.
And you said there was sand. There was black sand.
Black
yeah,
sand
you're on a
there.
black sand beach. Yeah.
Did
There's
we
lots of
need
sand.
this? Is this the sand we need?
I thought we needed magical sand.
Remember this the stone. They
Yeah,
said to get back.
was going to take a very good close look at this stuff.
They said we had to be back to where we came in. I know I didn't drink anything last night, but my head hurts.
Wait, there's a rock?
We're on the
Where,
rock.
where
We're
we
standing
on?
on one.
Got it.
What were you doing last night?
I was up very late. None of your
Actually,
business.
Tika's going to look around. Do I find, like, obviously on a beat, on sort of like this area, a piece of driftwood or a branch just lying on the sand somewhere?
Oh, just make a quick perception check for me, please.
Certainly. Perception. Take a look around.
What race was Sam?
Let me look at
I know
that.
she was wearing a kimono.
It looks
Kimono.
like a human. It looks like a
Human?
human in the art that I was given. Yeah.
Okay. 22.
22. Oh yeah, without issue. You see some driftwood, and you take a look at it, and it's kind of unlike any driftwood you've seen before. It's sort of this interesting reddish mahogany color, but it smells almost like of coconut and sea salt.
Well, anyway, I will take the piece of driftwood and draw a big, like 3-foot thing X in the sand where the stone is, and leave the piece of driftwood in the middle.
Okay, perfect. And as you do that, you see that it's not just black sand; it's actually almost marbled underneath of like white and black sand as you sort of expose it. So it actually the X in the sand is very easy to find.
Good. All right. To the fishing village, or to the city is to the north, I take it?
Yeah, so the city is about 25-ish miles to the northeast,
Okay,
and then the fishing village is just about 100 feet.
To the village.
Probably, yeah. Go find out where we are.
I'm going to mount Gimlet, because why would I walk in sand? That's hard.
Sure. Why not?
Jurble has no boots nor pants. It just walks into the sand.
Oh, he has sand in the
You're-
oil in his.
You're going to
fur.
regret that when the crabs come out.
It's actually, the sand is surprisingly cool for it being so hot and humid around you. The sand itself is pretty cool.
I don't like sand. It's coarse,
It's everywhere.
rough, it gets
Sticks to
everywhere.
your fur. Impossible to wash out.
Yeah.
As we're walking, I'm gonna say, I forgot to mention, I picked up this bottle of some sort of sand from somebody we fought a while ago. Is this anything like what we're needing? And all I have is I just wrote that it's a bottle of sand, so that doesn't really help you at all, Vic. No.
No, it does not. No. You know what? I
So
will
everybody goes,
confirm.
I don't know.
Let me
It could
consult my
be.
notes.
It could be now.
It was like a bottle.
Oh,
of,
let's
like-
go back.
Just gonna sit on the stone.
You're totally fine.
Wait.
It was like a bottle. Let me see if I have more details in my fantasy grounds.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like a glittery sand.
Yeah,
of some
wasn't it like
kind.
ruby dust or something? Did we get ruby something?
No, I got a pouch of red scales. That might be the ruby part.
Oh, I have a pouch of ruby powder from somewhere.
A glass container of dust, parentheses, sparkling is what my description is.
Sparkly dust. Okay, hold on. Let me.
So maybe not sand.
Yeah.
Probably not what we're looking.
Probably not what we're looking
Yeah,
for.
I don't.
Steph,
they-
help.
Yeah. Oh, she. Yeah. Oh, no, absolutely not. So no.
Just checking.
That was a firm
Get it
shutdown.
together, she says.
Yeah,
Well-
we're trying hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, I think Ren's got it. I think we don't need
Hey,
to go anywhere.
I
We
wasn't
should
here to
just
ask
stay
last
on
week.
the
I was
rock.
thinking it.
Just give me a
So,
pinky. Try it
To the
out.
fishing village.
Yeah, yeah. So as you approach the first building that you sort of pass by, there is a small sign. It looks like oh shoot, where did it go? It's sort of like it's a little bit of a ramshackle hut, and you can see that it has a single dock and it bears sort of two rowboats that are sitting there in the waves. And it has sort of this fenced area within the water, and there's a sign, and it's repeated in Common, Aquan, and Halfling. Joel's Shack of Crabs, $2 silver a pound.
Now, Jurble, that's a fair deal.
Sounds delicious.
Well, because it's crab. It's not chicken.
I'm assuming
Is
there's
that-
a door to this shack.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was
Is that the
replying.
closest
you're
equivalent of a
So yeah, there's
tavern?
like so there's like a little. You can see that the rest of the hamlet is sort of a little bit further off from this building, and there is sort of like it's almost like a half door at this point because it's sort of weathered and worn. But you can hear some movement in the building itself as you approach.
Does it look like a place where kind of like a restaurant where people just enter, or should we knock first? Or does it look like
Yeah,
kind of
it
a
looks-
house?
No, it does actually look a little bit like a restaurant, or
Okay.
at least like maybe like a to-go restaurant kind
Gotcha,
of thing.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go up and kind of open and walk in slowly. Say hello.
So you walk in and you see this sort of grizzled, older halfling man. He says, you looking for some crab?
Well, I could. Also, where are we? We kind of just showed up by
Are you-
different means, and we're not sure where we're at.
Are you meaning to go to the Kazadothian Pass, or are you meaning to be here?
Sure.
Oh, right.
Someone told us we needed to check out this place, and so we're here, but they didn't tell us what this place was.
Oh, well, we're just a little fishing village outside of the Cassadosian Pass, and we don't really have a name, but you're on the Obsidian Isles, if that helps.
That does help. Thank you. Are you? What was the name on the sign of who this crab guy was?
Oh, his name is Joel.
Joel. Are you Joel of this Joel's crab shack?
That I am.
How long have you been crabbing?
Oh, all my life. This is my daddy's shack and his dad's before him.
Well, that means you're probably really good at what you do. I'll take a crab for breakfast then, if you would.
Oh, fantastic! Of course. And you see him like getting to it right away. And did the rest of you enter with? Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
as
did.
he's
On
getting
steel steed and everything.
on your steel, yeah. So as he's getting this crab together, he kind of looks up at you and says, "Oh, but you're from around here, right? You studied up at the college."
Looked at me.
Yeah.
Oh no, at Gimbal.
Oh, okay.
What was the college called again?
Castadonian. Well, the Castadonian Pass.
No, I'm not from around here. But there's a college? Where?
Yes, up the city. I just assumed because you've got a little beans there.
Yeah.
Is yours called Beans too? Did you study with Jules?
No. The
Oh.
Jules?
Right. He's
That's a nice name.
He's got one of those dogs like you.
Oh no, this is Gimlet.
Oh, Gimlet. All right. Well, nice to see you there, Gimlet. And he kind of throws Gimlet a fork, like it's a treat, to see if he takes it.
Of course he does.
Okay, there you go.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah. And then he hands over your crab. So
Thank you.
what brought you to the isle then? Or this part of it anyway?
Oh, we're on an island.
Right, a really large one. Well, a large one part of a lot of islands.
Well, imagine you were sitting somewhere and then this strange little person came and magically just teleported you to somewhere.
Child. It was a child.
I wasn't giving the exact details and I hit him. Imagine that happened. And
but within a child, not like a tiny. Anyway.
Oh, I guess. Sure. Yeah. That's not a little person like me, just a child.
Right.
Just magically teleported you somewhere, kind of like a crazy getaway. It's kind of like that happened.
Can't imagine it.
Oh,
That's
okay.
strange. Well, right.
I might be telling the truth. I might not be. It's interesting.
It's
But
interesting.
we really
tale.
don't know anything about this place. But the crab's great. Break open.
Best on the island. So, here you go. And he'll start preparing the bucket for you.
I'd like a bucket of clams too, if it's not too much trouble.
Crabs, not clams.
Whatever they are.
Crabs? No problem.
They sound delicious.
Of course. If you've never had them, then you know what? This round's on me. And he'll just start preparing a bucket for everybody.
Wow.
So you can take your little bucket.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome, sir. So,
Your hospitality is appreciated.
well, we're not like the, uppity folks in the city.
God, no.
Oh, aye. Right. Well, there is sand that is kind of like that. It's going to be a bit of a trek to get it. Are you up for it?
Yeah, trusty steed.
After this crab, for sure.
Well, I hope all of you can swim. It's out in the coral. Right.
Less good.
And the only place that I know of, I've heard it's all over the island, but the only place I know of is where the king crab is. So,
The king crab.
right.
Like the king of crabs, or a type of crab called the
the
king
group
crab?
of crabs. named
No,
king crabs.
like the king of all crabs, and you can't kill him. He's
Why would we want to?
all right.
That's
Well, you never know with outsiders. Look, he protects a particular area of the coral, and by doing so, he protects the fish and the crab that we sustain ourselves on.
So, question.
Right.
King of crabs try to kill us on sight, or
Possibly.
open
He's-
to communication?
He's a bit grumpy.
Crabby,
Mm-hmm.
maybe some would say.
Right. I mean, as long as you get him out of the way, you can get the sand. That's how most of us get it. That's how we mine it.
Have you ever talked to him before?
Oh, me? No. My all my crabbing's done up here on the shore.
Do we know that it's male?
I mean, I just assumed with a title like crab, but I guess,
A title like crab?
or a title like king. Sorry.
Maybe it's gender neutral king. I don't know.
Perhaps.
You said that there's people that mine the sand.
Oh, not every day, but
Yeah.
we're named the Obsidian Isles for a reason. There's There's obsidian and other gems everywhere, and then of course that sand. You can't miss it. It glows and shifts almost. Like if you're not looking at it right, it's almost like it's blurry.
Is there someone around here close by that does that commonly and maybe would have advice of how to talk to the king crab or get around the king crab?
Perhaps. Most of them head out first thing in the morning, but you can always take a look. If not, you can always come back and rent a boat, see how far out you can get.
What do you
so
mine
this-
the sand for exactly? You don't mind me asking?
Oh, well, we don't really use it for anything, but they use it up there in the city, so they order it, we mine it.
Do they sell the sand in the city?
We have a merchant that we work with directly. They come in, pick up all our goods, send it back up. I've actually never been up there in all of my 74 years.
Oh, sorry, I was so busy eating these crabs, but can we get the sand somewhere nearby? Lost my train of thought.
Catch up, it's in a coral. We could possibly go mine it, but we have to get past a king crab, not a race of crabs called king crabs.
Okay.
King of the crabs.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
Oh, right. Thank you.
But
Yeah.
people
You
do that as a
swim
profession.
well, right?
so-
Kessil?
One way to find out.
Oh, about as well as anyone else, I suppose.
Great. King crab's supposed to be really nice, very talkative.
Big fan of hugs.
I think it's really right up your alley.
Oh, lovely. And I'll give you a sassy look.
So when you say you mine the sand, you dive down for it? Is it very far down into the water? Is it
No.
in a cave? Is it
Well, the king crab itself lives in an underwater cave, but the coral reef itself isn't very deep at all. You can go down to the bottom and back up again.
And we don't have to go talk to the crab. We just go down to the reef to get the sand.
Well, the place that I know of, I mean, maybe there's another location in the coral reef, but the place that I know of is within the underwater cave that he resides in. But from what I
Got it.
understand, it's not very deep. It's easy to get down and up.
Well, it's the first lead we have. I say we follow it.
That's great.
Anyone have spells that
It would
lets
be
us leave
crazy to go
underwater?
First, let's talk to somebody. First, let's talk to somebody.
Let's go
if they have
find
advice.
the people that find who've seen king crab. Thank you so much for
Hey.
our buckets of crab. Do we need to return the buckets?
You know what? No. Go ahead and leave them. Keep them as a souvenir.
Oh, they even have your name on it. That's fantastic. Oh,
But
still
what
thinking.
kind of bucket would you describe this?
Moldy.
These are little, they're small galvanized pails that say Joel's Shack of Crabs on them.
Nice.
Well, is there anyone that you know specifically that we could talk to about mining this that does it normally?
Well, if she hasn't headed out already, you'll want to go ask for Maria.
And where,
Well,
where
that
would we
sounds
find
like
her?
our
Just down
cue.
here?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Where would we find her? Just right over here?
Oh, yes.
By the water or where?
In town. Probably in
Okay.
town. Maybe by the docks at this point. He kind of sticks his head out and sees where the sun is. She hasn't left the docks.
You best hurry, lads.
Well, thank you, Joel.
And Silver.
You're most welcome. Come back anytime.
Thank you again.
I'm gonna leave 2 silver on the counter just because.
That's nice.
As I leave, I give Mags a handful of crab that I've been peeling up.
Aw.
Oh,
Throws a whole crab in his mouth. And just...
nice. In the bucket.
One
yeah.
leg
No.
dangling.
Oh, I think this is a good idea. We're very strong after adventuring together for so long. Certainly, we can take on any challenges that come our way.
So Don't
Last time we had this kind of
don't get
conversation, you
cocky.
got stabbed.
Don't-
Okay.
don't get caught.
I just had to make a level 3 joke.
I think of remind Kazeel that arrows don't work well underwater.
Right.
So to make sure I understand, so you have Joel's Crab Shack
Mhm.
here, and then is it like there's like a small village city right next to him, or is he talking about like the one that's far away?
No, he's talking about, so, maybe 25, 30 feet away from his shack is what looks like the hamlet proper. His just seemed pulled apart because he has his little farm, his little crab farm.
Got it.
I'm going to make pace
docks?
over to the docks, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way over to the docks, and at about this point, it's probably starting to push mid to late morning. And you head over and actually, if you were the one that was leading, will you just make a perception check for me, please?
Who's leading? Kazeel or I? I don't remember who.
Or, I mean, both of you can if you want.
Oh, okay. Perception.
Jurble will do
Yeah.
one too. Because he would do.
Just do it.
So we
Ooh.
can all make a perception check.
Natural
Is that
20.
No.
Natural
Perception.
20.
24.
There's no point.
No need.
23.
17, so
Yeah.
never mind. Gerbil finally got above it on 9. And it doesn't matter.
Yay.
As a group, you see a series of large rowboats that are just starting to head out, and there's one at the very end of the dock that you see one person sort of starting to pull the unmoor it from the dock itself.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Oh, yes? What?
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're fine. Sorry. Are you Maria?
Or do you know where Maria is if she hasn't left yet?
I am. How can I help you? And you can see her just sort of like tentatively moving a little bit closer to her boat as all of you make your way down the dock.
Sorry.
We're worried about sharks.
Sorry.
Joel's Crab Shack told us we should come talk to you. We heard that we're in town. We're looking for some special sand that he says you mine out sometimes to get stuff for the city. And he told us about the king crab that we'd want to look out for. And we said, Joel, who's the best person we should talk to for advice of how to do this? And he, right off the top of his head, you got to talk to Maria. So we came looking for you.
Of course he did. Well,
We got
yes.
gold.
Oh, well, that's handy. I'll send you out to the crab if you want. And she kind of looks all of you over in what I am assuming is not your usual beach attire. But I don't know if I would recommend going out. Old Charlie, as I call him, he can, be a bit of a grump. I don't normally mine over there. I'm more of a gem miner, but I've been out to his cave.
Do you know of any way to keep him distracted, or what is it you do to keep him away?
Some like to set distractions around. I know a few, including myself, that I'll go in by ourselves and swim in and try and collect it without being seen. It's a little bit difficult. You've got to be a strong swimmer. But I just wouldn't try and meet him face to face.
Is it water the whole way through, or are there air pockets underneath?
Oh, well, there's it's not very deep, maybe 25, 30 feet at the most. So, not really any air pockets that I know of, but a lot of us just swim down, get what we need, come back up.
I see. I don't suppose you'd be willing to lend your skills or expertise if we had something of value we could trade?
Oh,
Or
well, I was...
sorry. I mean, you said you've been down there a few times. Is there someone else we should talk to that you think we should Not that I'm doubting your skill.
No, but yeah, there are several other people that would be helpful. And she kind of looks out at the rowboats that are all sort of like,
Oh,
going out for the day.
Ah.
You'd have to wait to talk to them, though.
I don't even
How long
have
do they
time,
stay out?
Jurble.
yes. Well,
Great. Well, we're happy for your assistance.
How long do these people stay out when they row out?
Most of the day, when the sun starts to turn, we usually come in for the night. It's a lot of work, that many dives. But,
I think we'll need to
you
be
make a
back
good living.
in.
How much do you make usually in a day when you do this?
Oh, like today, if I can get what I'm contracted to get, I'll make a gold or two.
So,
And have we got a proposition for you?
How about
She like kind of uncomfortably shifts as you say you have a proposition for her.
20 gold to help us?
Look, I don't mind giving you information, but if you're gonna fuck with me, I'm gonna be on my way.
Here,
I'll
do
go ahead.
platinum.
What exactly is it that you need?
Sand.
The sand.
Magical sand.
We're on a time limit. We have just a few hours, I think. And but we've got the funds, and hopefully your help.
Well, I'll row you out there. I'll help you as much as you can, but tussling with that crab. I mean, don't get me wrong, 20 gold is a lot. I don't know,
thought you
unless
were
you really get into a
friends.
scrap.
I thought you were friends with Charlie.
Oh, no. I named him Charlie just so, I don't know, make him a little less scary.
I understand. I don't know. I'll look around at everyone. That sounds fine, right? We kind of ask her to fight with us, but perhaps. She
I mean,
can
we're
help
not.
us.
We're not gonna hurt it.
Our
We're
goal
gonna try not to hurt it.
like
Anyways,
you
we
said,
know
without touching it.
we know how. And Joel was saying how important it is to your ecological system.
Yeah, don't take this the wrong way, dear, but I think Charlie would probably hurt you before you hurt Charlie.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think we really want to get
mean-
in a scrap.
I think we're trying to avoid Charlie.
Yes.
So we came to you.
Sure. Well, maybe I'll take you out there. We'll take a look at it and see what all of you think. And if it doesn't work out, then just the 2 gold for me to cover my day's wages. And if it does, I'll take the 20.
Perfect.
Fair.
Thank you. Deal. No, sticking a hand out.
If I might ask, what would distract a giant crab?
Oh,
Wizards. He really
Um,
loves wizards.
Loving me some spell
Are you
book.
serious?
Some
could be.
familiar owls.
I would recommend something underwater if you have it. Noises, movement, a
Shiny
distraction.
objects.
Yeah, shiny objects. It's got to be real shiny though. There's a lot of gems down in those corals, so.
I might be able to work out something.
Okay.
Tangential question. Why? Why are there a lot of gems down in the corals?
Oh, that's
Because that sounds so cool and like something I might want to study.
I'm not quite for sure. Oh, gosh, I wish Jules was here. He would probably be able to tell you. It's just how the island is. I mean, from what I understand, there's gems all over the place. There are gems in
Nope.
the dragons.
Where are we again?
He asked a lot of
The Obsidian
questions.
Isles.
Yeah.
Ooh,
City and Isles.
with my actual sage background, Vic. How fortuitous!
Uh-huh.
Would I have ever heard of the Obsidian Isles?
Would you please make a history roll for me?
I also have a sage background. Can
Yeah,
I
go
also
right
make
ahead.
a history roll?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Renarius is just humble about it.
Let me just write them.
Unlike some other players.
Yeah, don't rub my nose in it. When you don't have it.
That's an 18.
An 18, okay. How about Renarius?
18 as well.
18 as well, okay. I'm gonna say you've heard of different archipelagos throughout Astra'Lannor. This one in particular doesn't necessarily ring a bell, but you know the existence of other areas that might be similar to this.
Gotcha.
Into the boat then?
Can we all fit
Yeah,
in your boat?
Hey, can we all fit?
going to be tight. If you have any extra weight, I might recommend leaving it on the docks.
Is it safe here,
Inlet?
do you think?
Stay.
Everyone's out
Yes.
at the
Hey.
everyone's out there
Gimbo.
except for Joel.
I'm gonna also tell Mags to sit next to Gimlet and just stay there.
Can Gimlet and Mags like protect our stuff? You know, take off, keep our packs here.
I mean, yes.
I mean, if
Just stack it all on Gimlet, and he'll carry it back to Joel's.
How far are we from the sand, the where we're going?
Oh, well, it's probably about a 45, 50-minute boat ride, maybe a little longer with all the extra weight, and then we can go from there.
Cool.
And Very
Jurble's
good.
gonna pretty much leave almost all his stuff with Mags and Gumba, except for his war pick and his, like, you know, his leather armor.
I'm going to start
Snoop,
casting
snoop.
tensors floating disc as a ritual.
Mags is eating
Great.
the cheese wheel. No.
This should help our weight issues.
That's fascinating.
It's gonna take me like 10 minutes though.
You get time is money. Yes.
Yeah,
The whip.
Tegan will start offloading stuff with.
Yeah. No point carrying earlier.
Yeah,
You know,
anything I think I really absolutely
Crossbows.
can't use, I'll take.
I don't
but
think-
I don't have much. Most of it.
I don't think a whip will do any good underwater.
Leaving my candles.
You never know until you try.
Yeah. That sounds like a can't-do attitude.
Nice.
Slow motion whip.
Bedroll, I suppose.
And it just tickles him. Yep.
Yeah, just I guess.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
hop in the center of the boat.
Tegan wants to ask Maria a quick question.
Of course.
What do if you go when you go out there and you go under? What do you usually take with you in case you encounter Charlie?
Oh, well, I try and stay clear of them, but if I get into a scrap that I have to take care of myself before I get out of there, and she kind of points down into the boat, and you can see she's got a long trident and trident, and what else does she have in there?
I was gonna say she has a
She
like
has
a
a
Triton
Triton.
slave.
Yes. No, he's just napping. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, you see she has some like rope and like some climbing gear, but the only weapon that she has in there is the trident.
You have any more tridents? I don't want to take yours.
Oh, sure. I mean, they're not going to be quite this nice. They're the sparring ones that we use to train the kids. But give me a few minutes and I'll go grab some for you. Does everyone want one?
Or
Sure, better than barehanded.
I don't need one, thank you.
Oh, okay, sure.
I only need one either. Thank you, though.
Of course. I'll just grab a handful. Be right back.
Right. Securing my spot in the center of
Run
the
off.
Just take off. Like,
All right. So after a few moments, she's back and she's got 5 tridents in her hand and hands them out to those who want them. All right.
You know, on second thought, I think this is not proportional to my body. So
That's right, being a gnome.
Right. It might be a little bit difficult to wield if you haven't been taught. All right. Well, if everyone's ready.
challenge accepted.
Ready to go.
All right. So she has you all get in the boat, and she unties it, jumps in behind the oars, and that you see, even though she's a relatively slender human woman, she's incredibly strong. She's like, it doesn't seem to be breaking a sweat, even with the extra weight in the boat, and heads off into the coral.
I prepare a ring. I'm just kidding.
Now that we're out in the middle of the ocean, will you marry me?
Luckily, she's a great swimmer. And
That's awesome.
And Renarius, is your disc just floating along?
It's floating behind us. We can load up to 500 pounds on it if that would help.
Fantastic.
Jurble is in the boat. He is nowhere near that ring. That disc.
That'll be good for a quick escape if we need it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So as you guys go through,
Renarius, can we use the Tensor's floating disc as an inner tube?
You wouldn't be in the water. You'd be above the water. Maybe you could dip your feet in or something.
No, never mind.
He can
So
look at the disc and says, does the disc work underwater?
No, I think you would only float above the water. I haven't tried it underwater.
Okay, just a thought.
Perhaps best to try that now, in case we need
Kimball
to take a disc ride.
Learn Tensor's floating disc. Try to use as inner tube.
Nice.
Nereus doesn't want to.
About 30 minutes into the boat ride. I don't know if we're fast traveling or whatever.
It's a 5-minute boat ride.
I'm gonna cast comprehend languages as a ritual. Just
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
if
Absolutely.
there's a crab shouting at us, I'd like to hear what it's saying.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. So about 30 minutes in, you start casting that in the boat.
I think I'll do the same, seeing Renarius do it. Like, oh, that's smart.
Yeah. So as you make your way through, you can see that these underneath, like below the surface of the water, you can see this beautiful coral reef. It's vibrant. You can see the shining of the gems that are sort of intertwined with the coral. Maria is babbling on a little bit about how, if you're mining gems, you can't just go in there and mine them because it'll, destroy the coral reef, and they need those shoals to protect their home. And she explains that, you can see just off in the distance, there's 3 islands way off, past there. But she said you're going to stop probably about 20 miles from where they are. All right. Do you guys want to do anything else before you head towards the cave?
Awesome for me.
Get there, I'm also going to cast Unseen Servant as a ritual.
Okay.
Noise.
None of these are concentration, so I can just have them all up. Whatever.
The unseen servant on the disc. Like,
We just see like a silhouette of like a man like just like backstroking like in water.
Perfect.
He's being pulled by the disc. He's surfing.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Just happen to be
just a jet
magical
ski.
tridents.
She said these were sparring tridents.
Yeah, they're just
Maybe
tridents.
they have gems laying everywhere. Maybe they have magic items laying everywhere too.
Oh, no, we don't really have need for anything that crazy. I mean, if you wanted that, though, I wouldn't send you to the city. I'd send you just over there. And she kind of points off into what looks like the Gulf. Says the Tritons and the Lacoste live down there. They're the ones who make the best tridents.
Ah,
But they're just as grumpy as Charlie, so
Oh, all
Ah.
right.
decided to go. Be careful.
Understood.
Oh, we'll stick with the crabby crab.
All right. So after a little while, you pull and she makes anchor, and you can see sort of under this beautiful clear water where the coral sort of drops off just a little bit, and there's an indentation of a cave down below. It's all right. Here we are.
Right.
Cool.
So, do we have any shinies then for distractions? And if so, whereabouts should we put them?
First.
Well, I've never used that particular
Oh.
First
technique.
off, we should probably decide who's swimming down there. Or are we intending all of us to go down there?
Probably
Or-
most of us.
I would assume.
Because weren't you saying, Maria, like one of the easiest ways to just get through is by just having one person go and get what you need?
If they're fast. Oh, sorry.
Right. If you're a strong swimmer, and you're going in for what you need. Like I said, I usually just go in for some obsidian at the back of the cave. I'm pretty quick and pretty quiet, but I don't know how all of you will do.
Right.
I'm no fast swimmer, that's for sure. I think we might be better in numbers. Quiet numbers, if possible.
Quiet
Numbers.
drowning numbers.
Yeah.
Can everybody swim?
I have tiny.
We haven't even
lungs.
asked that.
I can
Renarius,
swim
are you
just a
okay
bit
with
slow.
swimming?
I'm okay swimming. Yes. And
Tegan, can
in a
you swim?
pinch-
Oh no, we left Tegan on the beach. No.
Nice. Taken. There you are.
I guess, yeah, I could swim. Sure, why not?
My
I think I can swim. I don't
my
know.
unseen servant can probably do some of our dirty work here, since he's unseen.
Oh yeah, just
Oh,
send the unseen servant. That's a great idea.
How much can that carry? I think.
Hang
That's
on.
TBD. And just so you know, all of you, unless you have something that says otherwise, all of you can swim. It just takes extra movement unless you have a swimming speed.
It's like half speed or something, right?
Yeah,
It'd
it's
be
like
terrible like that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
so.
I'm
Has a
no fast
strength
swimmer.
of 2. So
oh, wait, 1 extra foot per
Oh, that's
5
it.
feet. So if you're a 30, yeah. So if it's 30 feet normally, I think you're at 25.
Nice. All
I
right.
think.
Oh,
I
that's
don't
not
know
bad.
what. I mean, I'll look up weight capacities. I don't know what the weight capacity is. Of the
Oh, unseen servant.
Mm.
Let me
Well,
see.
How much sand do we need? Like,
To
That
fill that
said-
vial, but I mean, if we could get
I have a
5 or 10
Joel's Crab
pounds.
Shack bucket.
Yeah.
we all have a bucket.
Scoop! Yeah, that'll do it.
It's like the king crab.
buckets.
The king crab is fine until he sees that bucket,
That's right.
and he has flashbacks.
Trauma.
All his children.
My children, it's you. The way my father was speaking, it's we'd need at least enough to fill up that trinket we saw up in the mayor's office, but perhaps maybe 2 or 3 times over, as there may be other items like this about. So I'd say maybe 4 or 5 pounds if we can get it.
So a couple Joel's Crab Shack buckets.
Perhaps 1, I imagine. Well, mine's at least, you know.
I mean,
It's been probably a good 5 pounds in this.
I think it's going to ask a
Never-
silly question.
Oh.
Did we weigh anchor?
We did.
So we could just
Climb
the
down
general
the rope.
knowledge. I think going down on the anchor rope would probably be the fastest way down.
Probably, especially if you're not a strong swimmer. Some of the currents can get a bit dicey.
Oh,
And conversely, well, I don't know about coming up, whether or not it's faster to swim up or take the anchor up. But
How about you, Silver? Are you a fast swimmer?
Yes, we'll send Silver
I
down.
don't
Yes.
know.
That's a great idea. All right, we'll wait
I think
here,
I'm gonna stay in this
Bestie.
boat.
Oh, Silver.
Oh, you got it right. You got it right.
Nice.
Oh, right, no, Pixrin.
Pixrun, yeah.
Pixrin, sorry.
Pixwin. Right.
What have we
Oh.
done?
Silver.
You're all terrible people.
Okay, so I found it. With a strength score of 2, it can lift 30 pounds.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Okay.
But then once it's carrying stuff,
Alright.
those things don't remain unseen, right?
Right, it would be
It's-
like floating buckets or floating
Mhm.
sand or whatever.
Would it be better to see if your servant could be the distraction? Something carrying something shiny about? Or a few
Give him
shiny
2
things?
Ooh, I can use fairy fire on it and cause it to sparkle.
And I can probably come up with an illusion to distract it as well.
That sounds wonderful.
That's
Anything you can
actually a
do,
plan.
because Charlie's he's a big boy.
You wouldn't happen to know any magic that let us breathe underwater, would you, Maria?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't really need it. Sorry. So
And sadly,
Why not?
neither do we.
I get my I get what needs done pretty quickly. Come back up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you said it was only like what 30 feet deep, right? So it's one turn, 6 seconds. Oh no, yeah.
Well, a little bit more. So it's about
Maybe
30
2 turns.
feet down to the opening of this cave.
Got it.
And our swimming speed, you said it's half, or
It's 1 foot less per 1 extra foot.
okay.
So what's that math? So it would make it 25 if you were normally a 30,
Mm.
Okay.
I think.
All right, 30. I guess I'm 35, so that's like 30.
Oh,
Okay. I'm just gonna say it straight. Do you want the bugbear to help get the sand or help distract the crab?
Oh, I hate to have you separate. I'm sure you'd be a better
I think-
distraction, but I hate.
I think
to
the
risk it.
illusion and the unseen servant maybe
Hey, the servant can carry one of these buckets,
and
which
just
still
move
has
it
some
around and
crabs.
shake it.
Of course it can, and you'll feel the bucket lose its weight and walk away from it a little bit.
That'll get its
Have we
attention.
ever... Would the sand stay in the bucket when come by the water? I don't...
But we all have buckets, so
Yes.
Well, do you that sand is a bit different. Do you have lids for your buckets?
That's what I'm thinking.
a fine time to ask.
Nice.
I mean, we a bucket for a lid could be another bucket, maybe.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Excellent idea. Once you
wait,
get sand in the
just-
bucket, you put another bucket on top of it. We don't need a ton of sand.
I already said I left everything else but my war pick. I was gonna say, can we retcon and say I brought the bag of colding?
I'm gonna empty out my
You can
water
just go
skin.
back to the shore and get it. Yeah.
I think I don't know, just Tegan speaking out loud, I think maybe a half bucket is going to be enough for what we need. And I'll look to Gazeel, like to confirm. I haven't seen the artifact.
Half a
though.
bucket, all right, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of a bucket. But I mean, that'll be enough certainly for just the one trinket. But we might want. Listen, I can use my water skin. Glug 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 glug. I'll just pour out the rest. I mean, like you can pack it in here and seal it up. And
Last
that
one,
ought to
are you
carry
already-
maybe it's 5 pounds in fact, exactly. So, when full of water, so I think that'll be perfect for sand.
Well, we'll gather as much as we can. And
Now the sand, is the sand underwater, or you go in the cave and it goes up into air?
It's all underwater.
All water.
Oh,
So-
great.
So I don't know how do you get sand and water skin underwater
Right. It's
without it
this-
filling
Careful.
entirely with?
Oh, I
or
have this
one
thing.
bucket
It's
to shovel into another bucket.
it's called a Ziploc bag.
We don't need any of your artificer
Awesome.
mold tonight.
No. Look.
dirty
Look. It's a music box. You can kind of use that for sand, right?
I'm just
I
gonna
think we're
scoop and stuff it in my water skin and
we have 6 buckets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It shouldn't be that difficult to
Just stack the buckets
Bucket.
into the other bucket.
use one bucket as a shovel.
What exactly
To
do you
scoop up
mean
sand.
that the sand is different?
Blurry, right?
It's
It's
first it
glowing.
glows,
Oh.
and it has a soft glow to it, and then when you look at it directly, it has sort of this blurry look to it. It's hard to define until you see it. It's sort of, the closer you get to it, it's almost like it doesn't want to be seen.
Oh, dang.
And it's a little bit lighter than the rest of the sand, so it's a little bit harder to contain.
Well, I've got my seal and my water skin. I think it'll be good if we do our best.
So we all go in with a bucket and try to make it work.
Right, or
All
just
right.
take a shirt or something and tie it over your bucket and knot it underneath, I'm not
I
going to
look
pass
down.
through a shirt.
Jurble looks down at his shirt.
Nice. Oh, fine, I've got to take my stuff off anyway. I'll take my white overshirt and pass it to someone, and then my undershirt and pass it to someone else.
I
sure I'll
have a bottle of ink. I would need more, but I can dump out the ink and maybe use the ink bottle. It's only
Wait,
an
no.
ounce though.
Yeah, that's not.
Use that as
yes.
like a ink screen underwater. That'd be
If it comes to that's a last resort. I don't think it's. Yeah,
We're
I
still.
think it's go down each with a bucket. If we encounter the crab, go with illusion and mage hand or unseen servant. I'm sorry.
And can
And
we
then
see?
we
the
each try to get a
cave from
bucket.
from where we're at.
Can you see the what?
Like-
I'm sorry.
Can we see the cave from where we're at?
Yeah, you can definitely see the cave. The entrance is about 30 feet down. The water is crystal clear.
Any
We have
sign
to
of
go
king crab?
into the cave to get the sand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look around for king crab.
Make a perception check for me.
I'll look as well.
Here,
Okay.
Charlie.
Ooh, 18 plus. This character actually can perceive things. That's 24.
24. Right.
17.
17. Okay. So you both look around. You don't see Charlie anywhere. However, Kazil, you do see that there's like some drag marks in the sand kind of heading towards the cave, which you can take to be sort of where his little legs go through the sand.
Aww.
Which is not
Ooh,
so
yeah.
little legs.
Do those? I see the drag marks. Does that mean you think he's in there now, or is that just where he comes and goes?
Where he comes and goes, but it is, almost midday, so he could be in there right now.
Well, I guess.
Is he nocturnal?
Every time that I've come down, he's been in his cave, but I've heard some people say that he's been gone when they've come down. So
Well, I guess we'll plan for the worst and hope for the best.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, let's get this
All
underway.
Well,
I
we do the distraction first, and then we go down, or are we gonna swim down?
Here,
To...
I have a bunch of silver that I don't want. I can just
I
throw that into
No.
the water, and
No.
then it'll be all like shiny and stuff floating down, and maybe that'll like draw it away from
You do not get on me for buying expensive chicken for the entire time I've known you, and then just throw silver into the ocean.
Now, I think this sand, we can all agree, is a little bit more valuable than a roast chicken.
Well, if we had a roast chicken, I'd throw it in the ocean. That would surely draw the crab out.
I'm about ready to throw a few of you in the ocean. Let's
we
get
ready
this
to go?
going.
Did anyone?
Wait, okay, I have a question.
Do any of us still have crabs in our buckets? We could just.
I did in the one I handed to
You don't know.
the unseen servant.
Nick's never gonna guess DM for us again.
You're still getting through, an exercise, which is more than I can say for the Sunday
This
girl.
is very true.
Okay.
All right.
So, what's the plan? What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm shirtless, so
I'm
I'll
ready to
drop
go.
pants
Yeah.
and down my boxer briefs,
Yeah.
get ready to go in the water.
Are we distracting and then diving, or are we diving,
Yeah.
distracting?
Cloak off, boots off.
Right?
Uh,
Distraction first, aye?
Well,
all right, excuse me. Excuse me. Gimble's gonna
I'll
jump
sit back
in,
down.
holding
Oh, no.
what looks to be a tiny explosive device.
What is that, Kimball?
He's already in the water.
Glitter bot. And
Whoa.
yeah.
Ooh, hey.
getting down. I'll get on the other side of the boat, like away from the cave, and then I'll detonate. This is like the equivalent of casting fairy fire
Okay.
on the area around myself.
All right, if I see him do that, I will poke my head underwater and watch.
Okay. Just make an Arcana check for me, Kimball.
Two bobs explode
One.
underwater.
I mean, it's not so
Didn't even
much.
hear them.
It's just flavor. It's spring powered.
If I've learned anything from YouTube, bombs going off underwater.
18.
18. Okay. Okay. So all of you see Gimbal cannonball onto the other side of the boat.
Went in the water.
and-
Oh, okay.
Yep. And a small boom and a ripple and a glittering. What color is your fairy fire?
It's purple.
Purple. All right. So a glittering purple mass sort of floating in
Like
the water.
like a lavender, not
okay,
a
like a
violet.
lavender. Not
Yeah.
okay. Yep. I'm seeing it. I'm with
Coral
you.
is lavender. You blend
It's
right in.
all lavender gems. No. Okay.
I'm littering. Come get me. Oh wait, I'm underwater.
Well, and Gimbal, just curious, what is your what's your con modifier?
Constitution modifiers +3.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
Wow.
all right. You got 4 minutes. So
Beefy gnome.
mhm. So you see sort of like the
I'm a
shockwave.
tinkerer.
Yeah. What that has to do with anything, but all right.
Thank you.
So you see the shock wave and this lavender glittery mass in the water, and as the shock wave goes through, you see it sort of ripple through the coral, and a moment passes, and then 2 moments, and then you see a couple of enormous crab legs slowly start to emerge from the cave.
As the crab legs
Oh,
come
boy.
off, I kind of just say, well, we don't want to waste any time, so I'm going to jump in, but I want to jump, like, if he's here, I want to jump here, like, go for a different
sure.
space of that, so that way as the crab comes out, we can swim in.
Sure. So you're gonna like try and go around where it.
So I'm like on the
see.
far side of the boat. I'm not
Okay.
between the boat and the cave. I'm on the
Got it.
other side of the boat.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
okay.
So I'll put you kind of on one end, and if you guys go
Yeah.
the other way, and then he's sort of in the
I'll be
middle.
right in behind Ren, but I'll
Yeah,
kind
I
of
will-
just
Ren. Yeah.
plop in.
And I will dive in.
Okay.
Go
All of you who first, what is everyone's Constitution modifiers? I just want to know. What that's
Mine's 2, so I got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Mine is 1. Score of 12.
Gerbils is
minutes.
1.
2 minutes.
Mine is 2.
2 minutes.
2. 3 minutes. Okay. All right. So.
Do I have the
Gerbils is
highest
the
con modifier here?
Yes.
That's
There you go.
terrifying.
Well, Pixron's not here. We're not sure what she has.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Right.
Okay.
Start the clock.
Okay.
Now, based on how our campaigns go, is that like a full session?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's, how many rounds then?
Approximately. All right. So as all of you jump in the other direction, swimming away from your friend Gimbal, who's amongst this glittery mass, all of you please make stealth checks for me.
Ooh.
Get a more crabby looking die, I think.
11.
Gerbils.
24.
Jurble got 20.
Stealth.
Tegan
plus
turns
4.
opaque in the water.
All right.
16.
That's a
Wait,
4.
what? Tegan does what?
Turns opaque in the water. I rolled a 24.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
I was like, that's some weird backstory drop. He just like,
Nice. Bam.
Tegan's a ghost. That explains everything.
Instead of
He's
getting
actually-
wrinkly, he just
He's
goes
Aquaman
okay.
in disguise.
Nice.
Okay. All right. So as you see the crab sort of making its way slowly towards Gimbal and the glitter, his, like I said, enormous claws, which are probably each the size of the boat. As he's propelling himself forward, the rest of you make your way around.
Define propelling. Is this like fast, like
No.
speedboat? Is this like
no, like
Mecha
yeah.
Yeah, what's the crab
sort of like, he's crab walking through the water.
Have you ever seen a crab underwater?
Yep, and
it's very slow? But she said propelling, and that terrified me for a moment.
well, a propeller doesn't have to go quickly.
I'm the fastest crab alive.
Did I mention we have a
Crabby
swim
hour.
speed of 120 feet?
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, Maria forgot to mention that. And she takes your 2 platinum.
Right, yeah.
Starts rowing back.
As we dive under the water, we slowly see the boat roll.
The anchor starts going
Goes up
shit,
next to us. Yeah.
yeah, and so you
Okay.
start making your way around,
All right.
and I think that is where we're going to take our bio break.
Oh, is that time already?
All right.
Yeah, we're right there. That way we're not in the middle of anything. So yeah, we'll take
The
our
water's getting warmer. Sorry.
I try and make Dan related hobby break jokes, but they
Yes.
just aren't as smoothly integrated as so.
Awesome.
All right, well, we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. You've got a video, right, Dan?
I do.
There you
Boop.
go.
There we go.
Which is like 5 or 6 ponies in a bucket, probably that bucket size.
Nice. Thank you, whoever did that. Alright, I guess I'll make some
Don't check on the make no second.
Right.
One of those parts.
You can hide well in the open water.
At first you thought I was going to say, oh, we just take a walk to the city. Oh, 25.
Right. It's almost like we weren't supposed to go there. We get commission for this shit. Right. Lots of gold coming. Gosh.
Vicious on Sunday during board games.
Competitive stuff? What?
So angry at those poor little sushi.
I love sushi.
I love it. So much fun.
So wonderful. The party pack's great too.
It is. It is. So good. It's 4 minutes left and you're already done. Well, except for that one, Normally I'm getting this head that's going down to the timer. Still shoving pizza in my face there. How far up can it go before it? Because I know it has like a height limit, right?
Yeah, no. If it's 100 feet away, and if we're getting 100 feet away from it, it's gonna. But I doubt it could go under. I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay.
Up to DM interpretation as to whether it works at all. If it's something to the water as we totally control. Into the abyss. Not that we're using it for anything like that.
Yeah. Right.
So it would fit maybe two small, one medium.
Yeah.
I guess unless you guys get really creative and all are on each other's shoulders from like biggest to smallest.
Stacked up, yeah. Then it would be an athletic check.
Yes.
Every 5 feet.
Whoa.
She wasn't here to say that she didn't take all her armor off.
Get down there quicker than
I
us.
am a benevolent GM.
But to like have like a breathe underwater spell. After we've already all jumped in.
After all of us. Oh, yeah.
Is she joining us still?
She said she was getting set up.
Okay.
So.
Oh, late and
So we might have a few minutes of
shooting
shooting the shit. Talking about Bardcore.
neat.
Now we need to have an episode of Squawks that all we do is review Bardcore.
Nice. I love it. Oh, thank you, Coffee Man. Yeah. 6 months, Coffee Man. Nice.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Hardcore Bardcore.
That's right.
And good evening, Divinity Rose streaming. Divinity Rose. I like that.
Better write that down. I was a little worried there were some lightning storms coming through earlier tonight. That I was like, ooh.
Don't do it,
Far so
Red.
good.
It came through here instead. Had some amazing storms today. It was great.
Yeah.
Love it. Yep.
Yeah, I like the lightning storms. They're pretty, and then it doesn't actually rain, so you don't have to worry about the
Infrastructure.
flooding and the
I was watching a video on guys who work at a university. Call them lightning catchers.
Oh.
They literally sit like in a bunker kind of situation,
Mm-hmm.
and they have these big rods and they sit and they can try to predict. They study lightning, and they have a graph that shows the static build up in the air, and then it hits a peak, and it says it's cool. It's really cool. He's like, he's just about to hit, bam!
Wow.
Like 1 second later, they just know by how much static builds up in the air.
That is wild. We're back, by the way. I put us back on our thing.
Oh, okay.
There'll be a wee bit of setup once Pixrin joins us. Yeah, I should probably change your name, actually. That's what I'll do while I'm waiting. But nothing I can't do whilst swimming. Can't do much talking while I hold my breath, so...
Yeah, don't talk.
Please, Dad. I hear that so often.
This is what everyone finds out when Jurble goes beneath water. He turns into...
You know what? When you get back in the boat, you got to do the dog shake.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Amazing.
Oh, gosh.
Oh no.
You're gonna have like the
I mean-
beautiful beach waves because of all the
Oh,
salty water. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thankfully, this is the first, bath he's had, for, 20 sessions.
No.
So he'll smell a little better at
So
least.
I'll smell better. I'm not as greasy as I was because the whole oil. Well, he was already greasy. Let's be real. But all the oil and stuff. But I imagine wet bugbear smells like wet dog, if not
Right.
worse.
Plus, you got the grease. And
There may not be much grease left by the time we're...
Yeah, I think the grease.
Yeah.
I mean, the grease was at least like that was before we destroyed the city. So I
Ah.
mean, it's dried and crusty. It'll be fine.
Yeah. This is nice, salty water, you know.
Yeah.
Yum.
Salt
So,
encrusted
question.
bugbear.
Mm-hmm.
would spells that have a verbal component work on water?
You, I believe that the way that it should work is you have just enough air to get off one verbal component. After that, unless you've got something special going on.
Got it.
Pop it. You ready for me to leave, Dan? Or do you want me to just stop video?
Oh, no, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, you can leave. Yep, if that's in a spacing thing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, wait, am I still? All right, I've got to add one other person. That's okay. That's okay. I don't have the I don't know where the PSD is. I don't know. Maybe Steph made the tiles for this, and I didn't, and I don't have the Photoshop, the PSD, but I can't change your name, so I'll have to sort that out later. You know what I'll do? I'm just gonna cheat and add an extra to this, just for tonight, to keep it simple.
I grab my brown tracker.
Oh, we won't need that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I have a calendar tracking how many days they are away from Derek's horse and whether or not it gets auctioned off. So yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Yeah.
Ooh, my daughter just got up. I gotta run.
Oh, okay, fun.
That's all right. He's only distracting the crab.
Nice.
I love how we had the
Snap.
whole. I love how we had the whole conversation of like, okay, who's going to distract? Oh, I can cause minor illusions, everything. Cannonball.
Yeah. And you are the gentle GM, because I was thinking, oh man, if that bomb went off, all the car all shatters. And like Marie's freaking out. What are you doing?
I did roll to see exactly what it did, and it did okay. So
Okay.
yeah, we were okay.
Very good. Very good.
It didn't. If it was a 1, we might have had a different situation.
Nice.
We got the sand, but we caused a minor ecological disaster for this entire chain of islands.
Yeah, you're not allowed to go back to the archipelago for
that
some
would be
reason.
Forsaken. That would be the Forsaken.
Go back to the mayor and be like, well, we didn't crash a city,
Yeah.
but give it a few months and you'll be in bad shape.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
wouldn't
provide
expect,
Nice to know
food,
nothing
yeah.
has changed, guys.
I wouldn't expect any crab shipments from Obsidian.
It's a slow
anytime
burn.
soon.
Yeah. No.
That's amazing. All right, let's see. I should be able to plug this in here. We'll be good. Okay.
But because crabs are such a hot commodity now, Joel is the richest person on the island.
Yeah.
Suddenly, King Joel.
Was his plan all along.
Shack of crabs.
Okay, I think we are good.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Wait, Steph says the volume's low.
Oh, is our volume low?
Well, she typoed Volumbi.
Or is it just
No,
her?
that's gonna be my next D&D character.
Nice.
Chat, how's the volume?
Test,
check,
test,
check, check.
test.
1,
Siblings.
2,
Melissa,
3,
do you want a
4.
quick recap so you are all good to go?
Yes, please.
Or do you want to? Yeah, you're okay.
I'm sorry.
No,
My-
that's okay.
My meeting ran long, and
It happens,
It's
man.
good.
All right, so you were in the I almost called it the chastity house. The charity house.
Whoa.
Sorry, wrong DM.
I was gonna say wrong campaign.
Wrong campaign. You were in the charity house. Sam, the orphan, overheard you all saying that you needed sand and teleported you think somewhere. You landed on a black sand beach. There was a small fishing village one direction and a large city the other direction. You went to the fishing village, you ate a bunch of crab, asked some questions, and you are now out in the middle of a coral reef trying to distract a giant king crab with Gimble's underwater fairy fire so that you can get into his cave and collect this magical sand that you wanted to get for your artifact. Yeah. So most of the other characters left some of their belongings on the dock, so they weren't weighed down. So anything that you want to leave behind, you can do that. It's up to you.
She would probably leave her weapons.
Okay. And she did. You're out with a fisherman miner. Her name is Maria, and she did provide some tridents, like some sparring tridents for you if you wanted them. So
Yeah, for sure. She would have taken that.
Okay. All right. And the whole crew just. Oh, can I get your? What is your Constitution modifier? Just so I know.
Yes, indeed. Pixrin.
+1.
+1. All right. So you also have 2 minutes underwater.
Extra doesn't have breathe underwater spells, does she? After we all jumped in the water? Okay. Just checking.
That would have been amazing. All right. So you all start swimming down with your crab shack buckets towards the mouth of the cave. And you make your way down. You do feel a little bit sluggish as you swim through. You know, you can swim, but you know, it's not something you normally do. And as you reach the entrance of the cave, you can tell it's a little bit, it's dark, and it starts to funnel back a little bit. Who has dark vision that's down here swimming?
I think.
I do.
Dark vision for 60 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
Do bugbears have dark vision?
I don't know. Do bugbears have dark vision?
I don't know. It's not showing up in Fantasy Grounds.
Oh.
If it doesn't say it
under
under
senses.
senses.
If it
then
doesn't
you
say
don't
it,
have
it probably don't.
Then you do not have
Under
it. Yeah.
senses.
Yeah, I have
Clean
long
your
Main
main
page.
tab.
Main tab.
Oh, main tab. Thank you.
Oh, it's main
Like
tab.
right in the center, just above the AC.
Oh, I do have dark vision.
I also have dark vision.
I was like,
Nice.
goblinoids should have bugbear vision.
Bugbear
Dark
vision.
What's wrong with this?
Bug-eyed vision. You got it. All right. So
I definitely do.
you do. All right. Yeah. So everybody but I guess Renarius can see into the back of this cave, and you can see that it goes back another 60 feet and then makes a right-hand turn. You do not, because it is so dark in this area, you don't see any like glowing sand or anything.
Okay. I'll keep moving ahead.
Okay.
And it makes a right-hand turn. Okay.
And a right-hand turn. Okay. All right, so you make that right-hand turn, and you can see that there's sort of like a fork in this little cave, and you can tell just by the shape of the crab that you saw that it has probably carved this portion of the cave through itself. So which direction are you guys going?
Oh, she told us back of the cave, but didn't tell us about this. What is she doing to us? Mary or whatever her name is? All right.
Maria!
Do we see
Maria.
anything? Maria. Right in the back of the cave. Can't miss it. Do you see, do I see anything glowing in either direction? Any of that light?
You can make a perception check. Or anyone who is down there that would
I'm
like
also
to.
gonna look
That is
around.
not a
Okay.
good perception check. That's
Disadvantage if you happen to have don't have dark vision. But
okay.
23.
Oh,
Whoa!
good. Mine was
High five.
12.
13.
nice. They're gonna say 30. I was like, for a level 3, you got it.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
checks out. With those perception checks, you can easily see there's like sort of a shimmery glimmer of this soft, almost a neon white color coming from the right-hand side of the cave. So it's just sort of, it keeps coming around. So you bypass the left side and you can keep going around to the right. Probably another 30 feet or so.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess
How long
motion
has
to
it
the
been?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Start
So
swimming that
as you all approach, you can see as you come around this corner, you see more of this sort of striped in the sand at the bottom of this ocean. you see the glowing stripes of sand, and you can tell it's almost as if your character is familiar with the blur spell. It's almost like the blur spell is on the sand. It doesn't seem like it's very solid, and the rest of the space is actually those of you who don't have dark vision can actually see inside this portion of the cave, because the walls are full of the like sea anemone and that are like bioluminescent, so it almost is like the whole inside of this cave is like glowing.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go down
there's
to
the
the
sand.
right to the sand.
Yep. I'll
Pop my water
grab a
skin.
bucket full of sand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my
bucket.
servant at the sand. I'm gonna stay as far back as I can. It's how much from where we are now. How far away is the sand?
From where when you just come around the corner, it was just another 30 feet.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna stay at that corner. I'm not gonna.
Okay, perfect.
Is there stuffing sand into my water skin if I get over there in one piece?
Okay.
Kind of dragging my bucket through the sand.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're doing if you're trying to do large amounts of sand, I need you to make an athletics check. If you're trying to do like small amounts of sand into like your water skin, it would be sleight of hand check.
You said athletics?
Athletics, please.
Athletics is 13 for me with scooping.
13.
I got
13 scooping.
just worse.
17.
17 as well.
15. 15 scooping.
What would the modifier be on a 2 strength score?
On a 2 strength score.
Is that
That's a
-4?
negative. I think so.
All right,
Why'd we
13.
break him?
13. Okay. Yeah. I would say that all of you without issue, including the unseen servant, are able to collect the sand that you required. If you're doing one of the buckets, it's probably going to take a good 12 to specifically, 12 to 18 seconds.
Jurble's gonna like try to pack it into the bottom of the bucket so it doesn't like swish it out as we
Okay,
like swim.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sort
Just
of
like-
it's almost ethereal. It's like it's coming out, but yeah, you're pushing it down in there.
Gonna cork my water skin and tie it off around my
Okay.
waist
As
with
soon
my
as-
swords.
Yeah, as soon as the bucket's where I think it's going to be, I'll turn around and start heading back.
Okay.
Same.
All right. Go ahead and can I have all of you make athletics checks for me, because you are now carrying buckets of sand and water, swimming back.
Renarius isn't.
Renarius isn't, so I do not need it from Renarius.
Okay.
Should I as well if I have my
Oh,
water
no.
skin? That's what I usually
15.
I
Yeah,
will,
because
so-
because your water skin wouldn't have as much. So yeah, that's fine. You would be also okay. And then I heard a 15.
15.
15. Okay.
Gerbil got
11.
5.
5.
I rolled a natural 2.
11.
Oh no,
Ooh.
Jurble. You
Okay.
hulking beautiful beast.
Yeah. So as all of you start to make your way out of the cave, you see Jurble and Tegan sort of lagging behind with their buckets of sand, struggling a little bit to get it through the water. And as they do that, we are actually going to switch back over to Gimbal. Gimbal, you've got a giant crab heading your direction. What are you going to do?
Swim the other way.
Swim the other way. Okay. Riddle me this, Batman. You did the fairy fire around you.
That's right.
Are you immune to that being cast around you?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and make a
Because
save?
yeah, let's see. No. Oh, yeah, actually make the save for casting, you mean?
Hmm.
Okay.
Save against your own DC.
A dexterity saving throw. Oh no. What is my thing? 8 plus 2. 5. 15. Okay. And that's a dexterity saving. We're very bad at that. I rolled a 3.
3. Okay.
So I am shedding lavender glitter is all attached to me. And,
As you are swimming. Okay.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, any attack roll against me has advantage.
Okay. Okay.
And I can't benefit from being invisible.
And you're a wee folk, right? So you are probably at a little bit of a reduced speed, right?
I think my regular speed's 25, so I'm swimming 20.
Like 20. Okay. Sure. All right. So as you start to swim in the opposite direction, and you're moving sort of like back towards shore because you swam on the at the back end of the boat. The crab seems to be catching up to you and is probably going to catch up to you within about 12 seconds or so.
How far away is he from where we are coming out?
So he would probably be, if he went on the other end of the boat, from the entrance of the cave, he would be probably about 60 feet and moving further out. And then you all are, hold on. You're around, you're around two corners and you're probably another 120, 140 feet or so.
Okay.
Easy.
Seeing that, can I? Well, I don't know if I can or not. Can I cast Minor Illusion? Kind of on the side of the. So if I have so many I'm trying to describe spatial awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's going towards Gimbal and we're behind him in a way, I want to do it up here so it causes him to turn, possibly look to see what I'm going to do is I want to try and make a big sound sound doesn't really work underwater. I was wanting to create what seemed like a big explosion underwater to distract it for a second.
Got it. Okay. I would say you can probably do that in just one or two rounds, simply because you guys are coming around so you don't necessarily have a line of sight, but you are that far away. So,
got it.
We'll put a pin in it and do that. Anything else that Gimbal's going to try and do in these
12 seconds?
Next two rounds? Yeah.
The range on
I
Minor
guess-
Illusion is only 30 feet, by the way.
Oh, is it? Okay. So it would just be on the inside. Okay.
I'm going to start angling
Okay.
because I only got 20 feet down, right?
Right.
So, So I'm going to be still kind of swimming away, but also swimming.
Trying to head up. Okay. Okay. And I'm sorry, it's not silver now, right? It's
Pixrin.
Pixrin. You see underneath this crystal clear water, you saw your friends disappear into the cave. You see the giant king crab approaching Gimbal, and you see him swimming away up towards the water, but you can tell that he's not moving nearly as quickly as the crab. What are you doing?
They're both underwater, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Everybody's underwater except for you, and you're on the boat with Maria, who brought you here.
Okay. I don't think I'll be able to cast this underwater. I'm just gonna go into the water and swim towards the crab.
Okay. All right. So you jump into the water and swim in.
Dusty, what have you gotten yourself into?
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So you make it most of the way towards the crab, but you're not quite there because your swim speed is reduced. So you're probably within 15 feet of the crab at this point. So as you guys do that, another round happens. You make your way up just a little bit more. I would say that the group in the cave at this point is rounding that right-hand turn, so you can see out of the cave. You're still, another 60 feet from the edge of the cave, and another. Yep, and the crab is about 60 feet away from the entrance of the cave. So anyone in the cave going to try and do anything in particular? Oh, and we've got Jurble and Tegan who are falling a little bit behind.
We're like 70
I
feet
have
from them.
nothing.
I mean,
I'm
How
gonna
far
just
away
keep
are
swimming.
we from
Yeah.
the crowd?
Yeah, I'm gonna swim and I'm gonna. Oh, I'm sorry. Good.
So you are 60 feet from the entrance, and then another 60 feet from the crab, so 120 feet.
Okay, and then. All right.
I'm gonna swim near the top so I can get up to air as soon as I get out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Same.
same.
Sure.
Get rid of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be like if I don't know if time will permit, but it's like swim up to the boat, just reach over, put the sand in the boat, but not get in the boat.
Okay. Yeah. So if you guys are heading straight for the boat, it will take you 1, 2, 3. It'll probably take you about 3 rounds to get up to the boat and throw your sand in. So we'll plan on that. And then Gimbal. So the crab is starting to make headway on your location. And Silver, you are right there, just about on it. What are you gonna do?
I have the little trident things, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to do cast Searing Smite on myself as my
Okay.
bonus action,
Okay.
and keep moving closer to the crab because I want to hit it.
Okay. So you would get close enough in this round that you can try and hit the crab if you so desired.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack. Do you have a trident is essentially a spear. Would you have proficiency in that?
Is it? Hold on. Is it
Here's a
is it a simple weapon?
It is.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, then yes.
Okay, great.
I haven't memorized that part of the book yet.
How dare you?
How
I
That's
know, I'm
not-
working on it. I'm working on it.
It is a, I believe it is a strength weapon, though.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an attack.
Strength is pictured.
Strength.
Oh.
Roll for strength. Okay. And I got a 3, and I'm using my actual dice from now on because fuck them.
Yeah.
I try to drown myself apparently while I'm
Okay.
trying to stab this crab.
So you stab the crab and you stop it from in its tracks as it's heading towards Gimbal, and it sees you, and it's going to use its reaction to do a side shuffle. So as its reaction, the crab it can move up to half its movement speed without provoking an attack of opportunity, and it will make 1 claw attack as it does. So you see it like move across and make a claw attack at you. Let me just pick that really
Nice.
fast.
That's so wild. You know, if it's got OP reactions like that, this isn't anything to f around.
Guys, we gotta leave now.
Get on that boat.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 18. Do I need to add the modifiers?
In other words, yeah,
Yes.
it's an
Hold
18
on,
hit.
sorry.
So it's a
looking
dirty
at the wrong
20.
thing. Oh.
Does
my
that
AC is
hit?
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least it's a dirty 20, right? Oh,
Picture
I
gets
can-
grabbed and devoured.
Grab me, guys.
Oh, okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7 points of bludgeoning damage as this enormous claw that's about the same size as your rowboat comes down and strikes you, and then as it like sort of shuffles away in surprise. All right. Gimbal, are you doing anything in particular?
I'm gonna stop swimming away
Mm-hmm.
And start swimming back towards. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna drop concentration on fairy fire now.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay.
And I'm going to. Yeah. I don't know if I really have anything to do. other than swim towards the boat.
Okay. All right. So you start swimming towards the boat. Everyone else is swimming towards the boat. And after Silvera leaves the boat, not that any of you necessarily see it right away, but Maria kind of takes a look at the scene, sighs, and dives in to go and help the two party members that are struggling behind with their buckets so that you can make it back up. She comes and takes the buckets from you and starts swimming back up so that the two of you can catch up.
I'm keeping mine tied on my waist, just to say it.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Great. So
I was gonna burn an action surge, but
yeah, she's a little. She's very speedy. In fact, she's going even faster than what you would expect someone who can swim to go. So she's clearly grown up around this. So as everyone is sort of reaching the boat, except for, of course, I keep wanting to say Silvera. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It only just happened last week.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
Okay, there. So as everyone else reaches the boat, if you're throwing your sand in, are you guys going to stay in the water? Are you going to throw your sand in and try and get in yourself? What's everyone doing?
Gazille's getting in that boat.
Yeah, Eric's going to get in the boat ASAP.
How far away is Pixrin?
Pixrin at this point is 45 feet away.
Woof.
And how close is Gimbal again?
Gimbal is almost at the boat at this point. So if you guys are getting into the boat, it's going to take an athletics check to heave yourself up, especially as everyone else is trying to also heave themselves up.
Jurble's gonna stay in the water for a little bit and watch to see if Pixrin's gonna.
I got a 15.
Like when Pixrin's
18.
swimming back.
Getting
Yeah,
mad.
we're
18 for getting in the boat.
18. Okay, yeah, for sure you get in.
A 15 for Gazille.
15. Okay, yeah, you get in with a little bit of trouble. It seems like you're kind of pulling the same direction, much like a Lennox going up a hill. You're
Nice, I'm channeling. Yeah.
19 getting into the boat.
almost 19. Yeah, for sure 19. You can get in.
15.
15. Yep. You also.
Am I close enough to be making this roll?
Yeah, I would say you're close enough at this point to make.
Cool. I may rolled an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you, Kimball is pulling on the side of the boat that it seems like everyone else is pulling on, and you're having a little bit of trouble because it's going up as everyone is kind of clumbing in the other side. So you aren't quite in at this point, but you can make another check in just a moment. As Jurble's still staying in the water, right?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Pixrin, it's up to you. What are you gonna do?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Okay.
Does not
guiding
want to
bolt.
get bested by this crab.
Okay, guiding bolt.
Put that on your epitaph.
For real. Like, dude, it's like, I'm not going to get bested. I'm going to get pissed off.
Nice.
Let's roll. Please be good to me. 19?
Okay.
So that's 19, 20, 21.
21. Yeah, that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yes.
Hell
Okay. What is the 1d6 for each level? Okay, so. Haha. Stop working. Does anybody else have issues sometimes with Fantasy Grounds not working with their dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you try to roll it in the box, it does just
Get
double
a
click on it.
one.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
double click.
Probably isn't helping that it isn't up.
Right. Yeah.
I got a 1. It's all good.
Okay.
We told Pixford how they said don't kill the crab. That's important to their ecology system, right?
Yeah.
We totally told
Did
her
you?
about that.
I don't think we did. That's why I'm actually bringing
because
it up.
It was
Claire,
said
you're
right in
Claire,
front of
and I'm
her,
just
yeah.
like, I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's okay. That's okay.
Like-
What was your roll? I'm sorry.
I got a 1.
You got a 1 damage?
It's hold on. How many?
Yeah, what's the plus?
Just like that can't possibly.
Yeah, that can't be right. Hold on.
Add your strength modifier.
Yeah, it's 46 radiant damage at
Yeah.
level. Yeah, I was like, there's no way you can get a 1.
I'm tired. It's been a long
It's okay.
day.
No, you're okay. I'm just trying to give you at least a 4.
Thank you.
Blame fantasy grounds. It's okay.
And I rolled
Fantasy
all
grounds.
ones, you guys. What the
Oh my
No.
gosh.
Okay, well,
Oh, 4.
That's just
so you
how
won't
the-
be eating more crab tonight. Okay.
All right. Well,
Forsaken strike again.
we're just preserving the ecology, guys.
Yes, it's just a warning shot. So
Right.
you see
Across the bow.
extra, pull together some radiant energy and shoot it towards this crab, and it lights up around it. And it doesn't look like it's that bothered by it, but it does take notice to you, and moves towards you and is going to make another claw attack against you. That's only a 14. Does that 14 hit? Misses. All right. So, although it didn't take a whole lot of damage from the guiding bolt, it clearly was a little bit taken aback by it, wasn't prepared for it, and just misses you. But now you guys are right up next to each other. So everyone is in the boat except for Gimbal and Jurble. So Gimbal, if you could please make another athletics check for me.
Are you sure it wouldn't be acrobatics at this point?
You can certainly make an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay.
No.
Do
The DC might be different.
Yeah.
So
11.
how far?
Worse.
You do a backflip back into the water. Yeah.
Yeah, no. As everyone on the other side gets into the boat, it it tips a little bit. You are holding onto the side pretty well. You're not quite in, but you're pretty darn close. So I would say you don't even have to make a check. Next round, you will be in the boat. The rest of you see 2 buckets come up and over the side, and you see Maria nimbly jump up and into the boat with you. Jurble, did you want to do anything in particular since you're still in the water?
How far away is Pixrin and the crab?
Yeah, they're still here. They didn't say they were moving, but with the water, yeah, I would say they're about 30 feet at this point.
Renarius wants to do something.
I'll let Renarius do something first. I'm still catching my breath.
I know we're not really operating initiative order or whatever.
Yeah, but no, that's okay. Yeah, it'll loosey-goosey tonight.
I want to create 125 cubic feet of the most delicious raw chicken that crab has ever seen.
Oh, snap.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Great, fantastic.
Just
Uh-huh.
Nice.
sort of near Pixrin.
Okay,
An ode to Jurble, we'll call this moment.
got it.
Now Jurble will swim towards the chicken.
As Renarius casts Chicken of the Sea.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Illusion, by the way. But yeah, we'll call
Yep.
it that.
You see a wall of chicken appear next to Pixrin, between her and the crab. Jurble, does that change anything that you're going to do?
I will. So you said they're about 30 feet.
You're about 30 feet away. Yep.
My swimming speed. If I burn an action surge, could I get to her and help her get back?
Oh, get back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Let's see, yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll take a big breath, swim over, and then with my action surge, kind of hold out the spear to help kind of pull her.
Drag her along?
Yeah, just be gesture just And Bugbear's underwater, like the hair is flowing. It's like if you could imagine Chewbacca underwater. It's just like,
Nice.
Nice.
No.
It's both beautiful and disturbing, as as all of you
check
might
out
hear.
Mad Art with Steph.
Yes. So many good scenes, Steph. So many good scenes. So as you two make your way back to the boat, if you'll just make some athletic checks for me to get back in.
This is when Jurble dies. So just
As you
straight.
do that, I'm going to make my intelligence check. What is the DC for that intelligence check to see if it...
The DC will be. I want to say 13 offhand. Hang on. Where is it listed? I wish it was listed somewhere. My spell save
Oh, I
DC.
know. Oh.
It's what, D10 plus. Hold on.
It's
You're-
8 plus proficiency plus.
8.
I think in Fantasy
Spellcasting
Grounds, under
Look up my character.
if you went actions and then changed your mode or display to like action or something.
8 plus proficiency plus your intelligence modifier.
Yes.
Okay, so 13.
13. Okay, perfect. He rolled an 11 and does not have a modifier for his
Nice.
intelligence. So,
Delicious chicken.
yeah, so it starts to head off towards Pixrant and Jurble, and then sees this like wall of this floating chicken, and it's so novel. It's never seen anything like this before, and you see it just start to like, marvel at it and start to chomp at it, and gives you all enough time to get away. So Maria starts to pull up anchor, and as she's doing it, she's like, well, I wouldn't say that was subtle, but I guess you made your way out. Did you get what you were looking for?
Seems
Yes,
like
hopefully
it.
it's enough. Yeah, we got.
Okay.
Jurble
points to the
rolled a
bucket.
14 on his athletic
A
check.
14? Okay, great.
Well,
How about
with
you?
my real die, I rolled a 21.
A
If we want
17.
to cut that.
Yeah.
You're in the
And a
boat.
17? Okay, yeah. I would say without issue, the two of you get up. I'm sure other people are helping you up into the boat. And Ray says, all right, keep an eye on it. If it follows us, we might have trouble. And she sits down behind the oars and starts rowing back towards shore for another 45-minute boat ride through the
I'll
coral.
just sit there with my arms crossed, just looking
Would-
out to the sea, to
Would it help
the
if
water.
she took one oar and somebody else took another? Like I would offer to help her row.
Oh, my only worry is if we both are going at different
Spin around.
speeds and we just start. But I
Going in
mean,
circle. Okay, all right.
if we can coordinate, yeah, that would be
You
great.
spin me right
I'll help.
around, baby, like a record.
Row.
I've heard that
Bro.
sailors
Okay.
sometimes
We'll
take
use
thongs.
double as cage.
They use
Okay.
songs
In a
for
row.
haircuts.
Yeah.
If someone can sing, maybe, yeah.
Anyone know
Where's
any
the-
shanties?
Yeah.
Where's the floating disc?
Row, row, row.
Ooh, yeah.
The unseen servant.
Row, row,
The
row your
the
boat
floating
gently
disc
across
I
the
think has been
cove.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think at this point it's probably
Okay.
not.
All right. Time.
unseen
yeah,
servant
time.
is here in the boat. It could probably
We barely escaped that crab and cave, down which we dove.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Yay! All right. Sea shanty accomplished. So yes. Here's, after a little bit of false starts, you find a good rhythm and you start making your way back, and it's only about 30 minutes ride over the beautiful coral and dock up there. And, well, this is what you were looking for. Did you need something else?
Jurble will get on the
payment.
dock and shake
For you.
like a dog. It just
My shirts.
out.
Has anyone seen my shirts? Look around the floor of the boat.
Oh.
Afraid
I
not.
took them off earlier to help. Well,
Oh,
I'll just have to find some elsewhere then, I suppose.
we use that as a material component for the illusion of the chicken.
Oh, all right. Well, worth it then. Well worth it.
Can't.
The crabs say they're just nomming on your shirt, basically.
Yes.
Is what we're trying to say.
The crabs. You thought it was the chicken distracting him. It was Kazil's shirt floating down right next to him.
He's got it wrapped around him like a little ninja bandana.
A total loss for the crab.
Well, that was interesting. I'm glad you found what you were looking for.
Oh, here's your platinum.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I mean, it's more than I expected, but
Well, we really appreciate your assistance.
Joel was right. You're the one for the job.
Jurble's gonna check the buckets of sand and make sure our sand's like still in there.
oh sure, yeah. So you take a look in your buckets, and there it is, a soft glowing, slightly blurry, magical sand. You probably lost a little bit more because of the water and trying to throw everything up onto the boats, but you there's definitely at least a third of each of the buckets in there, and then of course Kazil has his water skin full.
Right, now where was that crab shack?
Oh, it's right down over here.
Right.
I feel like
right
some
there.
payback.
Some revenge
Hey.
crab.
What?
They eating some crab in return for that crab
Revenge
trying to
crab.
eat us.
We've already eaten a bucket of crab apiece.
I think we have to go
I worked
stand
Oh
it
up
yeah,
off.
now.
Pixtron. We also make crab a lot of crab.
That's
Right, right.
that's why Jurble was slow. He started cramping because he ate all those crabs.
Yeah, it was for sure.
He didn't wait the full 30 minutes. It was only 20 minutes.
Yeah, when you speed eat crab,
Uh,
shell and all.
anyone have any idea how long we have left until we got to be back on the rock stone?
I would think that the sooner the
Right.
better.
Probably.
Yeah, better to be there early than.
I
I
gotta
just,
go where Gimlet and Mags were and get my stuff and
Yeah.
make sure
everybody
everything's there.
Go
Suits
up
up.
and-
I'm just gonna get some crabs
Mags
for
a
me and for Sam. Maybe they miss it.
I'll tell Mags, good girl, when I'm getting my stuff because my stuff's there. Right? My stuff's still there, right?
All of your stuff is
Okay.
still there. Right,
Yeah,
and why? Yeah, everyone's out. on the
I'm
water.
about to say good boy to Gimlet, but then just decide not to.
Aww.
Oh.
Who's a shiny boy?
Ultimate diss, man.
Who's a
Wow.
shiny boy?
I'm pretty sure
An adequate
Gimlet does
job.
not care.
All right, so yeah, Kazil, you can easily acquire. What was it you were getting? Crab?
Bucket of crabs. I'm only gonna eat some of them, but the rest I'm gonna give to Sam that sent us
Sam,
here
okay.
since it's their hometown.
Yeah, Joel will happily give you that bucket of crabs, and you start making your way.
Can I just tell everybody in town as I go through? I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna leave my name. I'm gonna name drop my name everywhere.
name drop your
If
name.
you ever need
Okay.
anyone that's to dig up any artifacts or anything,
Or anyone
just
that's
ask
filled
about
with crabs.
for Kazil.
Okay. Will you make a persuasion check for me, Kazil?
This
Okay.
is how we find more people to stab
You
us in the
fail and
heart.
they chase us out of town.
Nice, nice.
I'll be getting my
I want
swords as well.
to build some hype for the name Kazil for this stuff, just in case I ever end up
In the
out
small
here.
crabbing
Just in
homestead.
case, yep.
Wow.
In case someone in the city has some, our persuasion
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah,
is
where's my
really
Obsidian
good.
Scar notebook?
That's a 25
25. Okay.
Wow.
plus 7.
I
The
need the
business
other
cards
notebook.
were embossed.
Kazil, the very best at finding lost lore or arcana, anything that you might need dug up, unearthed. Kazil's your man.
Yes, he lost his shirt.
Call them on Tuesdays. It's 50% off.
Nice, nice.
A few confused looks with the peanut gallery, but
Nice.
you get the idea that maybe the people in town don't necessarily always need lost lore or arcana, but you
Spread the
certainly
word
make
to the
Humble
city.
fisherman.
Yeah, nice.
yeah.
You ever need someone to find the Ark of the Covenant?
You man. All right. All right. Does anyone else want to do anything else while you are here, as you're making your way to the stone?
Nope.
All right. So you make your way up the black sand beach. You see the mark in the sand that Tegan made so that you could find your way back. And as you all start to approach, you actually see the stones start to softly glow, sort of that blue color. And you make your way quickly onto the stone. And just as the last of you are stepping on, that same turquoise and indigo shimmering smoke starts to surround you. And the scent of flowers and the salty sea air starts to die as you feel yourselves being thrust forward and land back in the kitchen, sort of tumbling over the chairs. And there stands Sam, sandwich in hand this time.
Oh, you've already eaten. Here, I brought some crab back for you.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you, Kazeel.
Of course.
They'll
Thank you.
take it and have their sandwich in their mouth and like looking into the bucket of crab. And they like just scurry off around the corner to prepare the crab.
Ah, yes, peanut butter and jelly crab sandwich.
A specialty on the Ibsen.
Hometown favorite.
Yeah. Thanks.
Well,
What all you're gonna do?
The proper container for the sand.
Yes, we should probably
Yeah.
collect get them out of the crab buckets. So,
I'll find my
Should we
father
ask-
and give him just enough in case he's going to use that thing. I'm keeping the rest of the sand for me.
he wasn't like watching us come back and see us with like 15 buckets of magic sand.
So we found
was
some
gonna-
sand.
I was gonna say I wasn't here last week. Is he with us at the charity house, or is he somewhere else?
Let me check the notes. Hold on. Yep.
Jeff.
Using our DM.
Yes.
Like when you say, "Are you finding your dad?" Is he in the place, or are you like going out somewhere?
Oh. Maybe if you guys are, we've only got 30 minutes left. Would that like throw everything off?
Oh no! I'm
mean-
having fun with you as a DM tonight. It's
Oh,
so
okay. Well,
fun.
I'll just here. I'll have her text me. Is he in the building? Double DM.
Steph wants to know if she should join the call.
Yeah, that's where
Double D.
double DM. Where's my
I'm gonna mess up all the videos.
He says he's there.
Okay, it's okay. Yes, he's there. Okay, yeah, he's there. So you can give him the
Just in case you manage to get that, or we do. I don't really know if we can, but there we got the sand.
job.
So,
If
Thank
Tegan sees the father, he wants to approach both Kazeel and the father. Just wanted to.
Oh! This is
Will-
Tegan.
Wilhelm.
Tegan, in case you haven't met him yet, Paul.
I'll take some.
Good to meet
I'll
you.
take some normal sand out of my pockets and sprinkle it on Kazeel.
Nice.
we're still shirtless, right?
Okay, he's still
Totally. Yeah.
Grace, yeah.
Of course
Before
he
we
is.
try anything more with this artifact. What does it do? Because that might help in acquiring, if we take some sand with us, if it can do something that can help us bring it back.
Aye, pa. What does it do? Exactly.
That's a long story. Perhaps
We'll talk about that next week.
perhaps we need to sit down and grab a drink, and
Sure.
and I'll tell you that story, and I'll probably remember it tomorrow.
All right.
Well, in any case, Tegan will say that was quite. That was actually.
I want to ask Sam about her magical ability because I'm super interested in how a child so young knows how to teleport people.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. So as oh my gosh, I almost called you Lennox. I'm so sorry. Kazeel and Tegan sit down to hear the tale of this artifact. You, yeah, Steph. I almost said the same thing. Renarius, you find Sam, having devoured the peanut butter and jelly sandwich now, going through these crabs and starting to prepare them.
Your name was Sam?
Yeah, I'm Sam. You're Renarius, right?
Yeah. I've been studying magic for quite a few years, and the fact that you're able to just send us away like that, you must have astounding ability.
Oh, I don't know. It sort of comes and goes. I can't really. I don't know. I don't know. It just. It's not expected, but I don't know. So you all looked like you needed help, and something in me knew that if in that moment I could help you, I could,
Well, thank you. We all really appreciate it. If there's anything I can help you with, or I can teach you about magic, we might be here a while. So
yeah,
just let me know.
absolutely. Can I ask you one question though?
Sure.
Was it still really beautiful?
It was. That
Good.
reef was very. Have you been out to that reef? It's amazing.
Yeah.
You come from a beautiful place.
Thanks. Did you have any other crab?
I did.
Okay.
Not the king crab though. We
okay.
stayed away from the king crab.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's. He's nasty. You see her; she's breaking up the crab legs and starting to gnaw on them.
Zeal said something about revenge crab. I guess he likes / hates crab. Now I don't know. Maybe you should ask him.
I will.
Anyways, thank you. You were a great help to us today.
You're welcome, and thanks for the crab. I haven't had some since I left.
And Renarius will stand there awkwardly until they both awkwardly just look off in different directions and decide the conversation's over.
Okay, perfect. All right. How about checking with Jurble? What are you up to?
I'm gonna, after Jizeel got those little sand, I'm just gonna kind of collate all the sand into one bucket, and then make sure it's like safe and secure. And then I'm just gonna like spend the rest of the time just like brushing sand out of my fur, because I know it's probably like everywhere. Just,
Yeah.
Every
like
time
I said,
you brush it
out, you
gets
find a little
everywhere.
more.
It's,
Yeah. You see sort of like a small mound of sand just slowly collecting underneath Jurble.
Someone will get that.
Yeah, that'll be fine. How about you, Ren? What are you up to?
I'm assuming there's other kids around in the area.
Yeah, yeah. You kind of look around and there are other kids running around.
I'd probably just go and hang out with them and play. Kind of try and play with them with Pip, and have them show them the game that he does, which is like find the acorn or something, where I have him hide it and Pip tries to find it.
Yeah, absolutely. So they catch on pretty quickly, and the rest of you, throughout whatever it is you're doing, you hear sort of these squeals of laughter as Ren is playing this find the acorn with the kiddos. How about you, Fiction?
I'm gonna go up where Jocelyn is and take a nap.
Okay, take a nice afternoon snooze.
I know I'm still wet, but
That's okay. Teleporting through smoke
Jocelyn,
dries you off.
It's like
every teleport is
It's
different.
like going
I
into
never
an
know
air
which one
tunnel.
every time we go through one. It's just like, oh.
All right, perfect. And how about you, Gimbal? What are you up to?
A great question. I think I'm going to start drawing up blueprints for creating the duplicates of this artifact that our group is trying to steal.
Okay, great. All right, so you had arrived back. It was late afternoon, just pushing early evening. All of you kind of head off in your separate directions. You guys doing anything in particular tonight?
Well, Tegan's going to approach Gimbal and tap him from the rear on the shoulder.
God,
The rear.
Tegan.
No, I'm not
Shit
gonna-
is important.
This is what it's like, Kimball. This is how I live.
What
Renarius.
what's up?
Oh,
Just wanted to say that was crazy brave with the glitter brown.
Oh wow.
Probably not the smartest thing you've done, but it is appreciated.
People were taking too long to decide, and I knew that would work.
I'm glad it did. I'm glad it did. And thank you, because this probably helps with the whole artifact situation, because I wasn't looking forward to trying to fool Nyland. The mayor, I'm confident we can fool easily, but a master thief would not be so easy. So
Well,
I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go talk to him anyway, but
sure.
at least I don't have to try to work a scam on him. That was making me nervous.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Still gonna build these duplicates.
Build them good.
And if you find out anything about other ways we can use the sand,
That would be helpful as well. I think
if you know
Museums.
anything about what we can do with the sand, just let me know.
we'll try to find out. Maybe if I talk to Nyland, I don't know. I have to work up some courage, because he's seems to have gone a different route. But I'll get there when I get there. I think we really need to talk to. Well, yeah, we'll get to it.
All right. Fair enough.
Renarius will be spending the evening scribing invisibility into his wizard's spellbook.
After you saw Tegan practically disappear under the water, you were inspired to go ahead and inscribe that into your.
Ooh.
Ooh. Fantastic.
Fancy.
And I technically have to make a roll to make sure the spell scroll doesn't explode.
Oh yes, of course.
I just have to figure out what the roll is and if using portent would be.
Oh, to
deal.
help it. What level is that? Is
It's
it?
a level 2 spell, so
Level
I
2 spell,
think
okay.
I think the DC is 12.
I believe you are right.
Wait, it could explode? Is that a wizard thing? What?
Is that a new thing?
So if you're scribing from a spell book into your wizard's spellbook, there's no risk. But if you're scribing from a spell scroll, which is the one Renarius' father gave him, there is a chance it could fail, and the scroll just gets used up without actually making it into your book.
The more you know.
Wizards are too complicated,
You're so
bro.
honest.
Right.
But I think I can just use portent and then add my spell modifier, and then.
That's why you go warlock. Someone else does most of the work for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just portent just replaces a roll. So I'm
Yep.
going to use my portent roll of 12
Perfect.
and then add my intelligence modifier, and that should beat the roll. So
Sounds like a
yeah.
plan. Yeah. Without issue, you inscribe the invisibility spell into your spellbook.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's going to be very handy.
Gosh, chat, get it together.
Don't blame chat, but
This
it's
is
Dan.
Dan.
It's Dan.
is
It's
it
not
Dan?
chat. It's just Dan.
Daniel.
Awesome.
Hey, you started.
How about everybody else? What are you doing tonight?
I think I'd like to talk to Adrain. I'm just kidding, Adrian, I think. And
Rain, okay.
It's pronounced admin.
And he immediately says, "Fuck right off if you can't."
Adrain, don't be like that. And just share a little bit, like, so I don't know if you want me to roleplay this with you or not, but basically about the mayor, who's craptastic. So we had a chat with the mayor, and he's really just a terrible person. Where he has something a wee bit dangerous that we're looking to take off his hands, but it's up in his tower. Do you have any thoughts or ideas? Anything that might help us get up there and relieve him of it before he does some real damage to a lot of innocent people?
Well, you can't do anything with it until we give him the sand, right?
Oh, me pa, right. He might not, but there's a wee chance that, I suppose I can't. I mean, I can, but apparently it takes quite a bit of training to use properly. But if we could just relieve the mayor of that device, and I know you specialise in understanding the intricacies of innate magic in individuals from the different children we've seen around here. I'd ask for the night to think about it. Okay. Oh, thank you, Irene. Thank you, Adrian.
I got you, Steph. I would have made him wait till the morning.
All right.
I was going to tell you to do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around, and that's
Get the F out of this room.
that's
Yeah.
what it,
And now you're level 5.
Alright. Is there any place I can do some training, Adrian, in town? Well, maybe I can strengthen myself up a bit.
Cue the Kazeel training montage.
All right. Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate your time. All right. That's a shame.
If it's approaching dusk, Tegan's going to announce he's going to go watch the ritual with the gold, and he's going to really pay attention to how it goes and where the guards are. Look at the elevator. You know, does the mayor always come down? When does the mayor come down? Just basically casing the whole situation.
okay.
Do you mind if I join you?
Oh no, please. The more the 4 eyes is better than 2.
Deal.
Well,
Mags and I will go with him.
Nice. I will stay here. I worry that perhaps I might get attacked again, or just garner a wee bit too much attention.
So I guess the 2 of you are going to go watch. Would you just make perception checks for me, please?
Sure.
13.
13.
12.
Okay. All right. So you see what you see. Spends the evening there. The gods notice what it is that you see. They'll fill you in later.
Yeah, it's basically
With a 13 and a 12, we'll tell you what it is you see.
Right. It's basically seeing how many guards are around.
Sure.
What's the movements of, including the ritual, because the ritual basically everybody comes and throws a gold piece or gold into this container, and then they take it away to this portal. So
Mm-hmm.
you must observe, because I don't think he saw that before. It was just
Yeah, it was just, I'm the only one that has actually seen it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So we're able to watch the ritual and get a better idea of exactly what's going on. All right.
Then I'll show Ren how to move in the crowd without drawing attention, and some stealthy tricks.
I'll take notes in my mind.
Perfect. All right.
Mags, take this down.
Nice.
Oh, bags could come in handy.
All right. Anything else for this evening?
Once I'm done blueprinting, I'll probably wander off and visit Danelia.
Jurble will kind of
Booty call.
Jurble will try to find a quiet like corner of the house, and he'll kind of just like sit down and just get his cheese wheel bundle out and just make sure there's no like sand stuck in it, and he'll kind of, you know, unwrap it a little bit, tighten it, and just and just kind of whispering, he'll just say kind of under his breath, I think you would have really liked it there. Soon you'll be where you need to be. And then he'll just kind of like go to sleep in the corner and hold the cheese wheel.
The cheese wheel tightly. You feel just a little bit more sand kind of shake from you as you curl up a little bit closer.
The smell of month-old cheese in your
It's blue cheese. Okay, it's supposed to be that way.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
It is
No,
now,
it's
yeah.
salty blue cheese, yeah.
I love it.
Crusty,
Delicacy.
crusty ass bugbear.
Hey, I've now taken a bath. A saltwater bath.
Saltwater bath, yeah.
There's some Mad Bert art there. Jurble taking a bath.
A rubber ducky and a floating cheese wheel. If I have time and it's not too late, you know, like before the kids go to bed, I'd like to, with Adrian's permission, just sort of, you know, I'm kind of friendly with a couple of them, but I'd love to hear like where they're from, get a better idea of other places around the world, since they're clearly from pretty far off locations. Just to put that out there for next week or whatever.
Yeah. So it takes you a little while to, you know, get a couple of them their attentions, because they are all hyped up on adrenaline from playing Find the Acorn
Nice.
with Bren. So it's a, you know, you ask a question and everyone just starts talking over each other, and some of them like get bored and run off, and so
Nice.
it's a little bit like herding cats, but
Awesome.
I have a few chats.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, if no one else has anything for the evening, you have an evening's rest, or not rest, depending on what it is you're doing.
Wink,
Wake up the
wink.
next morning. Yeah. And I think that's actually, I know we're just a little bit early, but maybe we'll wrap up the session as you wake up first thing in the morning. Call it a night. Or I guess call it a morning.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful. Well, you got your sand, everybody. You did
Are we
it.
level
Yes.
4?
Yes, Steph. Is that it? We bypassed King Crab. We
Yeah.
swam.
Yeah. I think that's like level
We ate
4.
food,
right?
Yeah, it was probably, yeah.
Punch the crab.
Probably a lot of our characters' first experience with water, I think. Swimming.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Or the ocean, at least.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Ocean for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have gone to see coconuts, but you guys decided to bail. So
Coconuts.
Hey, we saw a city and we decided not to go and destroy it.
I am
Yes, Steph, you'll be
so
very proud.
After growth.
We saw a big, beautiful city and decided, no, we'll go to the crab shack.
It was so far away. I'm like, nah, I'm not walking like 20 miles or whatever it was.
So perfect.
Hey, we got a lot of crabs.
Kazeel got his
Yeah.
name out there.
Souvenir
to
buckets.
spread throughout that land.
As long as Sam is willing, we could always go get crabs for the kids anytime we want.
Right?
See, in Baron, they would have charged for the souvenir buckets.
I'd like to search the house for level 4. if I.
For level 4. All right. I'll take you back over. All right. So, well, thank you all so much for letting me step in. And she was over on Mercs of Mischief. Lots of fun. You guys did such a good job. You bypassed a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't expect you to. So, good job.
Welcome to the Forsaken.
Yeah.
Good.
Fantastic. Hey, I like the inventiveness. So, so all of you have been enjoying The Forsaken. It's our Monday night show from 10 to 1. I'm sorry, I'm off on I never say it on Monday, so I'm like, what's next? Oh, Here's Lament. So on Tuesdays, you can catch Here's Lament. It's our All Evil campaign that Dan DMs. I'm on there. Lots of fun. Oh, don't be sorry, Steph. It was lots of fun. I'm sorry if I screwed anything up. Oh, thanks, Dan. You put up the schedule for me.
I did. It's not the new one. I'm trying to grab that quickly, but yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I can talk through it. So yeah, our All Evil campaign is on Tuesday nights from 10 to 1. Lots of fun with Dan. Normally on Wednesdays we have our squawks. This week, however, we will be participating in the Twitch blackout, so we will not be streaming that day. In solidarity of, trying to bring awareness to some of the issues that are going on Twitch. We are always off on Thursdays, so you can have a night off. And then it brings us to Fridays. So from 12 to 3, Mad Art with Steph. She has yet to put up the polls for this week. I'm very excited to see what everyone votes on from tonight. Is it, Kazeel and Tegan stripping down? Is it a bear floating in the water? Is it? There's so much good stuff from tonight that could get on there to vote. And then, of course, on Friday nights from 10 to 1, we have Stormfall, which is our after-school special sort of drama club D&D done by Dan. He's the DM there. And then Saturdays from 6 to 9, Tower of Dreams. Andrew is the DM for that one. Lots of fun.
And this Saturday at 9:30.
How did I almost forget?
We're doing a one-shot.
You're doing a one-shot.
But I'm also DM.
You are DMing, and there are several of us that are going to be on there, and it's going to be lots of fun. I'm excited. Dan, what are you playing on Saturday?
Oh, I just selected. It's a Kensei monk. Yes.
Ooh,
I haven't played a monk
nice.
before, but I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm playing a barbarian. Might be a furball. I haven't decided. Very excited. So awesome. So we'll have that at 9:30, and then follow that up with Tower of Dreams with Andrew from 6 to 9. And that brings us around to Sunday. So on Sunday from 2 to 5, last week was yesterday was our very first episode of Mad Bird Plays, where we all hang out and play board games. So we'll have another episode of that, of course, from 2 to 5. And then we give you a little bit of break so you can have some dinner before the proper naughty campaign from 10 to 1, the Obsidian Scar. And that brings us back around to here. So, like I said, thanks to you everyone for hanging out with us. And is there anyone to raid?
We are going over to
Awesome.
Scabby Rooster.
Oh, fun. Awesome. So we'll head over there, give them our love, and we'll see you guys next week. All right. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.